Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. It's Sunday and I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. And I thought I would just have my hair done for once and my makeup on, lashes are on. I'm going to talk about a couple of products that I've been getting into. Kind of think I've spoken about them before, but just touching base again. And I'm also going to talk about your blood sugar and aging. Now, why is it harder to maintain normal blood sugar as we age, especially over 40? This topic becomes crucial in the aging process. So we have major hormones and we have minor hormones. Our minor hormones are estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. For us girls, that is 3 kinds of estrogen. That is estriol, estradiol, and estrogen, which is all packed inside my bioidentical hormones. Half in the morning, half in the evening. So, what happens as we age? Because of the food chain, no, I'm not dogging farmers. This has nothing to do with the farmer. Because of the toxins built into our food chain after the farming process, a lot of toxins in the food mimic hormones inside the body. The brain and the body become very confused, especially over 40. So as our minor hormones begin to decline, our major hormones take over. What are major hormones in the human body? Well, that's insulin is one of the biggest major hormone in the body. Yes, insulin in a human body is considered a hormone. Cortisol in the human body is a major hormone. Major hormone. It is the guys that regulate all kinds of things. If you have too much cortisol in your bloodstream, in your body, you're not sleeping. Especially when you go to bed at night, your cortisol rises. Your cortisol is supposed to be like a tepid flow through the day. It's supposed to rise up as you rise up from a sleep. Cortisol is supposed to spike and go down. And when we're sleeping, cortisol should be its lowest measurable level, because cortisol, you don't want it high when you're trying to sleep. Here's yet another reason why people don't sleep as they age, because the body gets backwards. The major hormones take over. That's why you see increased insulin in your bloodstream. You see increased cholesterol, triglycerides. Everything increases because the minor hormones slip, so the major ones take over. But in true balance, minor hormones should be just above major hormones. This is why we have a difficult time controlling our insulin on the backside of life. Without balanced hormones in the body, our insulin levels push up, our cholesterol pushes up, our blood pressure pushes up. Everything is like a concert. Consider insulin a conductor. You don't want insulin in charge of your life, especially in your 50s and your 60s. You want insulin in the back row. You want your minor hormones being your conductor, because the lower your insulin as you age especially, the longer life, more quality of life you will have. Because if your insulin levels increase and increase and increase, a whole bunch of things go down the tubes with it. Circulation is compromised, organ health is compromised. There's just a lot of things that are happening as the major hormones take over when you don't want them to. You want your minor ones to stay up and your major ones to stay down. The major hormones, although vitally needed, you do not want them up here trying to take control of your band. I cannot stress enough that your brain health and your organ health and just so many things about the body is kind of revolves around how is your blood sugar? And yes, if you're stuffing your face full of donuts all day, your blood sugar is not going to be great. But therein lies the rub. As you age, if your body weight is not kind of in a good spot, you don't have balanced hormones, you could eat carrots or lettuce all day and still have insulin problems. That's how vital it is to have a conversation with a good functional doctor who is what? Again, they are just regular MD doctors that went back to school and got some more education about hormones, environmental pressure, toxins. So they're great people to partner with for your health. So if you have any questions, if you don't understand something, if you need help, just tag me below, comment, ask me any kind of question. I'll be happy to answer them. Again, I say my goal is to be more interactive with the people who watch my videos. So, the science portion of this video is over. So we're going to move on to beauty. You know, I haven't mentioned this product in a while, and it's a real lifesaver. Especially as I'm aging and I'm getting, you know, big laugh lines that I hate. Crow's feet that I hate. Don't like it. This Tarte, very thick. I mean thick. This is the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. Underneath my foundation, it fills your pores and just smooth any roughness that you have. If you have a dry patch, if you have like a texture area, you tap this in, and I use my fingers like kind of like a rubbing motion. Is that a thing? I don't do really circles too much, but I imagine you could, but I kind of just press and move, trying to fill the gaps, like press into my pores where I have bigger pores because I'm aging, press into my laugh lines because they're like craters some days. So I'm telling you, this is well worth the investment. It lasts a long time because you don't need just tons and tons of the product. Also, I'm still heavily into the Vault eyeshadow palettes, and I wanted to try. I have seen lots of great reviews on this Born This Way Too Faced Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in this giant, I look like a foundation bottle, to add on with my Osmosis concealer. I like to have options. I do. So I got the shade Vanilla. On some skin tones, I heard the vanilla shade had like a yellow cast. For me, on my skin tone, I'm very, very, very fair. I don't sun anymore. I used to. The vanilla did not cast yellow on me. And for my mature crater under the eyes area, this is a holy grail with my Osmosis. I even kind of mixed them together, or tapped. I used my balm under my eye. I kind of just tapped it in, smoothed it around. I had my foundation already on. Then I put in this concealer. It's huge. I mean, well worth the money. I mean, it's giant. Tap, 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 tap. I started putting it here. I really like it. And here. The vanilla shade is a couple of shades lighter than my normal Osmosis Natural Medium foundation. They changed their packaging a little bit. They just went to a clear cap. Still the bomb product that it is. I did go ahead and order the Born This Way foundation, and I will be doing a review on that. I love a lot of Too Faced products, obviously. I own a lot of their stuff. I use it all the time. I think for mature face, their face palettes, this natural face palette, I'm getting so much use out of it, and it really rides well on dry, mature skin. And you know, even if you had like oily T-zone or any kind of issues, I really think you also would love this palette. What else did I order? I of course got a refill of my Hourglass Luminous Light powder. I was watching some videos and studying. It's me, don't be surprised. And Hourglass came up. Now, I thought, okay, what do they think about it? You know, on every single review or mention that I've ever heard Hourglass brought up, they all say the same thing I do, that this is the best milled powder on the planet. You can rub this around. You could tap it on, use your brushes. You can put this, I put this today, we had family picture day. I put this all over my face, Luminous Light. Bathed my entire face with it, with my brush. It didn't look like I stuck my head in a pile of illuminator. It just gave me that healthy kind of glow to the skin that mature faces don't have. There's many reasons why mature skin doesn't reflect light as well as your skin, and it does get quite technical, but always remember that if you're struggling with your mature skin or face, there are real things that you can take and real steps that you can do on the outside to help that make real differences. Remember, ceramides, no matter what form, in my opinion, will go a long ways. I remember we've talked about the backs of my hands. They're not sunken in. My face still has its texture. That's probably not the best word. My face is not sinking in yet. It has in some areas, but for the most part, I take a ceramide every single day. It's helping me not to sink in here. It's helping me maintain the underneath layer that keeps you having a more puffy appearance to your skin. It's healthy. It has depth, because as we age, we lose layers underneath. That's why people's forearms break open. You can see sores on the elderly if they just barely touch something. That is because they've lost those vital layers underneath the top of the skin. And ceramides is the answer. It is not my opinion. It is a topic that's well researched. It's founded in science. It is not founded in science by the government or a major college. It's founded in research funded by private entities and other countries. Very good studies, large study groups. So when I'm quoting things to you guys, always remember that it is well grounded in science. And of course, if I try something and I like it and it didn't work for my body or my skin, I will let you know. But 98% of the time, something that's just grounded in science and the body needs. Remember, what is aging? It's things we don't have, the gaps, huge gaps in our nutrition, in our muscles, in the way we absorb nutrients. How much stomach acid are we producing? Aging is about the less. Okay, so we're putting back, we're putting back the stomach acid, because naturally you make less over 40. That's why I ingest plenty of apple cider vinegar in my drinks every single day of my life. I have no reflux. I can consume any kind of vegetable, and I eat most of my vegetables raw, all of them. I do not reflux. I do not get heartburn. I am healthier standpoint now than I was when I was 35. I didn't know some things that I know now. Studying, going through it, kind of brought me to a level of understanding that I didn't have back then. And also, when I did go get my blood check for my A1C, I had a 6.7. This is unheard of. I mean, I think my regular doctor type guy who is an endocrinologist, who is not a functional endocrinologist, because I could not find one that was functional. You know, I was straight up with him. I advocated. I told him I was going to fast. I told him I was keto. I told him everything, and he was adamant to me when we first got together that he didn't want me to fast. He said I would burn dirty fuel, ketones. He says he was adamant the body doesn't like fasting. I was adamant and pressed my point. I said I would find another doctor if he wasn't comfortable. He relented. My worst A1C, I don't know if I mentioned it at the top of the video, so because I started this video a couple times, so if I did, forgive me. My worst A1C was 10.3. My next worst was 9.1. Still dropping over a point. Was people were like, wow, great job, da da da, and I was like, God, that's it. Okay, so I had the 6.7 from a 9.1. What is normal A1C levels? 7 and under. So under normal. I am no longer considered diabetic. Although he could not get there, he called it this: you are now a diabetic with controlled blood sugars. But the science says if your blood sugars are less than 7, you are not diabetic and you do not have problems. He lengthened the time that I need to see him next, and he said he would release me to come 6 months if I just maintain. And I threw my hands up. I got very, animated and excited. I didn't expect my number to be quite that good. And I was so proud. I mean, proud. And I said, that is targeted fasting, and that is keto. And he did, to his credit, he did not say a word. He smiled, and he was like, yeah, okay. He didn't tell me not to. He didn't say anything negative. He was just like, okay, good job. This is unheard of. Why? Because targeted fasting takes effort and keto takes effort. It's more difficult to pack my lunch, think about all the salad I have to eat and vegetables and blah, blah, blah. So it's a dedication to a lifestyle when some humans would rather take a pill. I'm not here to pass judgment. You just kind of have to roll with whatever kind of lifestyle that works for you. What I know works for me is health and long life and quality of life. When I'm 90, I want to have a brain and bones and a musculature so I can just be at a normal, healthy level. Aging does not have to make you decrepit. It does in modern medicine, and again, that's really not my opinion. It is grounded in science. Modern medicine does not support hormones, which means everything else in the body declines. You become weak, your brain becomes less functional. Everything is connected. It is, like I said, a giant concert going on in there. Your body is very busy. Your cells are always communicating with each other. Without the proper water and the proper nutrition and properly filling the holes caused by aging, you will age more rapidly than someone who's following a functional type lifestyle. So I just had to share that with you guys. I mean, my husband went with me and we were just like through the roof. And 6.7 was with cheating. Yes, I cheat. Of course I cheat. I cheat once a week when I am not working. It's usually a Sunday. I don't fast on Sundays. I don't fast 7 days a week. I fast 5 days a week. But one of those days, even though I'm not fasting, I'm not really cheating that much or at all. I'm just not fasting. So, when I'm cheating, I had donuts. I'm not even going to try to pretend like a cheat day doesn't involve a donut sometimes. I have muffins on my cheat day, like an English muffin. I don't eat a lot of bread ever during the week. It doesn't go along with keto and fasting, and the human body in a scientific level does not need any carbohydrates. I mean, I could literally never consume another carb in my life and I would live longer and be more healthy for it. But I just don't know if I can not have a carb on cheat day, otherwise it wouldn't be cheat day. But I do know some people who do not consume any carbs on cheat day and they do other things. So, but me, I need a donut, I need Mexican food, which I have said many times on my channel. Chips, salsa, cheese dip, I go crazy for. I make it at home on not cheat days because I have grass-fed ground beef. I've got organic cheese, organic lettuce, and I just pile it all on. and just get it down. It's good for you. It's fried in olive oil. It is good fat, clean fat, healthy for the body, good for your brain. And we eat like that as a family. So I'm glad you guys could be here. I am having a good time in my life at this particular moment, meaning we're all at a good place. We're all healthy. We're all feeling strong, and it is a blessing. It is a real blessing, and I just count my blessings on a daily, on the regular, because I see people my own age struggling with health issues that they don't have to or shouldn't have to do, and I feel for them. I do, because I was there and I was miserable and I was lost in my own medical misery. I was hurt. I was not aging well and I didn't like it. So I get it. And I just want to say that for anybody struggling out there, I'm here for you. I'm here. I get it. And if you need anything, have any questions I can help with, leave them below. I'll get back to you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, before I go, I ordered the Susan Summers facial machine that's electrical pulses to zap your muscles to kind of, I work out a lot, but I don't work out my face muscles. So this is in all the high-end spas. You go, you get a treatment. It's over $200. I ordered one of these machines. I will be doing it on the regular, once a day. It's touted to take 15 minutes out of your day, and I'm going to show it to you guys, and I will show you the difference. I will zap one side of my face and not the other side, so you guys can see the real world application of, working out these muscles, because we fall from here down and we get, if I squinch up, what's called the V. That's just attractive, isn't it? I have a small one, which I don't want. So then we fall here. The muscles slide down as we age, and it's because they are losing their youth. So they move out of position, and it makes our mouths collapse. And my mouth is somewhat collapsed. My lips are not that full. And it's directly related to I'm falling. So my mouth shape is collapsing. So if you zap your muscles here and pull your muscles back to shape, it is real. It's science. It's not a gimmick. And I can't wait to try it for you guys. And I can't wait to use it on my face. And I want my mouth back. So I'm just so excited. I can't wait till it gets here. And I'll do a big demonstration for you guys. It's a fascinating piece of equipment. It's warranted. It has a great price, $250. I think regularly they're $300. Some of them are for $500, which I cannot afford. So I can't wait to show it to you guys. So have a great evening, and it was great to be here. Well, I love you all. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. Bye.